We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. These two square off on the diamond right after this. Masahiro Tanaka will be the starter in this one for the Yankees. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Tanaka right now is the best of all of their starting pitchers. Good.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Hicks going back at the track, the wall. That one is gone. What a way to lead off a ball game. So it's a solo shot on the very first pitch of the ball game, and they've taken a one-run lead.
This guy has some pop in that leadoff spot. You have to be a little bit more careful than that. Threw him a first pitch strike, and he hit it over the wall.
J.D. Davis the next to bat.
The third baseman.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive to center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I'll keep an eye on the leadoff guy and see what he can do in this one. He won the home run derby last year, and if you're worried about his power, all you have to do is go back and look at that video. He put on a display, so we know he has monster power. I just hope he runs into one today.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. One run in and one gone so far this inning. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw gets him, 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Robinson Chirinos. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he got him out in front that time. Strike one.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
Around first, he's digging for second. And now that'll hop over the wall, so he'll be at second here with 2 away on a ground rule double. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. That's in there, base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
This game is unbelievable sometimes, Dan. There's a bullet knock right there. You're expecting an RBI. He almost hit it too good. He can't even score.
Boy, too good is it, Mark. This is one right here. It just kind of gets out to the out.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone! So a 3-run shot to right center field, and the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Dominic Smith. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Boy, talk about a rough start to an inning, a 3-run bomb and then a base hit. This could get real ugly, Hero.
Yeah, you can tell, Dan. He's going to have to execute a little bit better than that. They were sitting in that hitters meeting, and they were ready. They're keeping their front shoulders in, looking for something up, out, over, and they are not missing it.
Andres Gimenez the next at bat. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner.
But it bends just foul into the second deck.
0-1, here it comes. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, Matt, I'm not sure how much longer they can leave him out there. Not only is he hurting the team, it's probably doing some damage to his psyche as well.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Another first-inning RBI opportunity for him here. Here's the 0-1. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And they're going to call this a home run. And now hold everything here. We may have a situation here where they'll need to go and review whether or not this was really a home run. And that's precisely what's going to happen, as we'll give you a look on our monitors here. All right, the review looks like it's over. Was there indisputable video evidence? Yes, it's a foul ball after all. So take the home run off the board, and there's an instance where the video review got it right. Into the corner and slicing foul.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
Line to the right side, but foul. Lifted in the air out to right. Judge is under it. And the inning is over. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Mets out in front, 4-0. Jacob deGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Jacob deGrom is just a solid pitcher. He's not overpowering in any sense with any of his 3 pitches. Good sinking fastball, 93 to 96. Great slider and a really good changeup. What makes him so good? He'll throw all 3 of his pitches at any time.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. As with 1 away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. In previous duels with deGrom, he's gone 2 for 6. He's taken him deep once. Behind 0-2 now. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Here's big Aaron Judge. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. It's the Mets 4 and the Yankees nothing. Back now for the second inning in the Bronx, and here's Heidi Watney with an update on the weather.
Well, Matt, it's fairly dry down here right now, but I am told there's a bigger threat of rain later in the game. It's not entirely clear how severe it's going to get, but we could be facing a weather delay if the storm front passes over the ballpark. For now, let's hope for the best.
Yeah, Heidi, thank you. And guys, certainly having a fresh bullpen ready for a game like this one will be an important step towards victory.
No doubt, Matty. And there's rain on the horizon. You want to get depth. You want to score early as an offense, get some depth and some length out of your starting pitching, and hand it over to that fresh bullpen.
And it's gone as they add still another. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second of the game, and the Mets have got it up to a 5-0 game now.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
At the plate now, J.D. Davis. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. A solo shot here to left as they pile on. It's now 6-0. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, D-Row, what do you make of all this?
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happening.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes as he grounds one briskly to short. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And the guy I want to focus on is second baseman DJ LeMahieu. I think what we need to take into consideration is his ability to play that position at 6'4", 6'5", with soft hands and the ability to turn a double play. We already know he's an offensive force.
Number 6.
So here's Jeff McNeil. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
In now, Michael Conforto, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck. Here it comes, 0-2. And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
To the plate now, Dominic Smith down the first baseline. Fielded cleanly, and Boyd will take this one over to the bag, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Mets 6 and the Yankees nothing. And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Stanton is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. A ball and 2 strikes now. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Now at the plate, Luke Voigt. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. 2-2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Gio Urshela will be next. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice break.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They still find themselves down 6-0. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them. The numbers back that up. 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Thank you, Heidi. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and that'll bring Andres Jimenez into bat.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. You got to keep the gas pedal down, because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Number 9.
So 1 man gone for the Mets in the 3rd, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now that
So here's Pete Alonso. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around to...
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. Don't touch that dial, or the remote for that matter. More on the show right after this. Digging in, Clint Frazier, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. 2-0 to the Yankees left fielder. DeGrom has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do, with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Clint Frazier was retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
88 on a changeup. I remember when an 88 mount up.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
I'm not sure if this happened or not, but sometimes when you're playing behind a pitcher who's doing all of the work himself, you get caught up a little bit in kind of a trance and you get lulled to sleep out there. Looked like to me he was caught a little off guard when the play came his way.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Aaron Hicks swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1 from the stretch. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Torres, base runner at first with 1 out. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. 1-2 to DJ LeMahieu.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Count even at 2-2. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Yankees. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. All set for the start of the inning, and set to go as the third baseman, J.D. Davis. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Judge moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
Wow, this one was over before it even started. Talking about a rude awakening to the game. He only lasted 1 inning. There's still 8 innings the bullpen's going to have to eat up in this one.
Coming to the plate now, Robinson Chirinos. He singled his last time up. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And the inning is over. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches. They lead it 6-0. Digging in now for the Yankees, Gary Sanchez. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1. 1-2 to the Yankees catcher.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swung on and missed, 1-1. And the pitch. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Giancarlo Stanton now looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
2 balls and no strikes. The count to Stanton.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. A ball that's carrying. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They still find themselves down 6-0. Now batting, Jeff McNeil. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Second base, number 6.
Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Ground ball right side, straight into the shift. LeMahieu's got it, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. A swing by Conforto, and this is driven to deep right. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo home run there for Michael Conforto. His 2nd home run of the game as this lead swells to 7-0. Into the box now, Dominic Smith. And right into the shift. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Standing in now, Andres Jimenez. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Judge is under it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. So here's Brandon Nimmo. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First offering on its way. Hard hit ball to second. LeMahieu's got it. Quick throw to Torres to retire the side. But the Mets are able to tack on one thanks to the solo homer. Bottom of the fifth coming up. It's the Mets 7 and the Yankees nothing. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Luke Voigt. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
1-0 the count. In for a strike, it's 1-1. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Stepping in now, Gio Urshela. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Called strike at the knees, 1-1.
1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad? Not good.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Clint Frazier is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. 1-1 the count to Clint Frazier.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Popped him up. Jimenez is there. And that's the 3rd out. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Pete Alonso will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Judge is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. 1 away now for the Mets in the 6th, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. Grounder down the line at 3rd. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
The left fielder, number 50.
Ready for another shot now. Yoenis Cespedes. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Hicks going back at the track. And he gets there as he had a lot of ground to cover that time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets, but they're still. So coming to the plate, Gleyber Torres. He'll get things started here in the 2nd half of the 6th.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Now a breaking ball, but it's low. Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher.
Ouch, that one hit him.
Now batting.
You always want to see the curve break a lot, but this one breaks a little bit too much. Comes all the way across the plate and nicks the batter.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far.
Nope.
And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. To second for one. On to first. It's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Down in order go the Yankees. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the catcher Robinson Chirinos. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And it's gone. A solo shot here to left as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Jonathan Loizaga enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Into the box, Jeff McNeil. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. So now to the plate, Michael Conforto. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Gone! Solo shot to right center. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, you have a great night in hockey. You score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
Now that designated hitter, Dominic.
That smokes, but right into the shift. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Luis Cessa comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Your attention, please.
Next up for New York, Andres Gimenez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet, and I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Judge is there, 2 down.
The center fielder, number 9.
Stepping up to the plate, Brandon Nimmo. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. The relay throw, the tag, and he is out at third. And with that, the side is retired. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. It's the Mets 10 and the Yankees nothing. Digging in, Gary Sanchez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Slider laid off for a ball.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Ready now, Aaron Judge. He went down on strikes last time up.
Count 1-0.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
Reined in. There's one on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
So base is empty now after the double play. And digging in is the veteran DH, Giancarlo Stanton. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Tough to do much with that one, a swing and a miss. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Yanks held in check. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Ready to begin the 8th, and here comes the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under this one. 1 pitch, 1 away. Now to the plate, J.D. Davis. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Here's the pitch. Bullet back up the middle. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches, but when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Yoenis Cespedes striding in next. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Frazier is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. He thought about third there, but retreats back to second safely. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 8th, and that'll bring up the catcher Robinson Chirinos.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches, but they're stepping in. Luke Voigt. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one. Hey, this guy's pitching pretty well as we're rolling into the late innings. It's interesting, though, his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40% so far in this one.
1 ball.
Good slider there, gets a swing and miss. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all in the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one, so they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Well, there it is. This one is going to be delayed as the crew chief has made the call to suspend action.
You know, Matt, I just get the feeling this isn't going to be a very long delay, and we do have some clearing skies, so I think both of these guys possibly will go back out.
Into the box now, Gio Urshela. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the second out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
Well, the rain is finally past us as we welcome you back. Jacob deGrom makes his way back out onto the mound, and we're ready to continue. Set to face him first, Clint Frazier. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Jeff McNeil. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning. There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game as this lead got even wider. Michael Conforto will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ballgame as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. He's set and the pitch. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. As we head toward a conclusion in this one, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 4th in the ballgame as the blowout continues.
Well, there are good days, and then there are great days. When you hit 4 home runs in a game, I think you can say that's a great game. This has been incredible to watch.
Chad Green enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 57, Chad Green.
In now, Dominic Smith. He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one, and they've done it again. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, this is amazing right here. 3 home runs in a row. I've actually been a part of a similar situation sandwiched in between Rafael Furcal and Gary Sheffield back in the early 2000s. What a moment. All the boys are going nuts. For 3 guys to do it, it's pretty special.
Now batting, shortstop, Andres.
To the plate now, Andres Jimenez as he rips it on the ground to second. Gloved by LeMahieu. And there's one down now. Standing in, Brandon Nimmo. In his last at-bat, he was thrown out trying to stretch a double into a triple.
Yeah, and he wound up getting thrown out. But he hit the ball well, and he'll look to do the same thing again right here, boys. It was unfortunate for him and the team the way that play ended, but it was a nice swing.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. And there are 2 away now.
Hey, that's just an incredible play right there from one of the best second basemen in the game. Great job going to his backhand, but you know what? It's the release that makes all the difference on this play. With the speed getting down the line, he had to throw super fast, get rid of it super quick, and he did just that. Any slower with the exchange?
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. The Mets are out on top, 13-0. Stepping in, Torres starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 2-1 after the foul ball there.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. This is swung on and bounced to McNeil at second. He's got it. And there's 1 gone to start the bottom of the 9th. Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
DJ LeMahieu stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. The 0-1.
The count 1-1.
2 out, nobody on. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Last chance for the Yankees.
Ball.
Misses, ball 2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Still 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets.
And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Stepping into the box, Gary Sanchez. He is the final man standing in the way of possible history here tonight. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Swing and a miss, and he's got it. A no-hitter.
Well, it's something that every pitcher who's ever picked up a baseball dreams about, and he's done it. A no-hit gem in one of the most dominant performances I've seen in a while. He's in the record books forever now.
Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no way you could overlook him in this one with 4 home runs. Really a performance we'll remember for a long time. No other way to break it down except to say that was awesome.
The winning pitcher is Jacob deGrom. The loss goes to Masahiro Tanaka. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 35 minutes. Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium, 47,309. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please get home safely.